Hi, first grade friends. This is Mrs. Wagner, and I'm going to start reading a book called Junie B, first grade at last. And it's about a little girl named Junie B who is starting first grade, much like all of us, huh? So I'm going to go ahead and get started. Chapter 1. First grade surprises, Thursday. Dear first grade journal, yesterday was the first day of school. It is new here. Today, my teacher handed out these journals. He's making us write in these dumb things. Only I don't even know what to write. My teacher has muscles and a mustache. His name is Mr. Scary. He made that name up, I think. I am not even scared of him hardly. From Junie B. Jones, first grade. Here we have her thinking about what she's going to be writing. And what I love about Junie B is in the book, she actually shows her little writing and how she corrects her writing as she goes, which is great, to be able to correct your writing. Here's a picture. Well, I'm going to read it first, then I'll tell you. I put down my pencil and I looked at what I wrote. I did a sigh. I would like to go home now, I said to just myself. Shh, said a girl named May. I'm still trying to do my work. Looks like we got Junie B and May and Mr. Scary. May sits next to me in the back of the room. I do not actually care for that girl. Just then, my teacher stood up at his desk. His mustache smiled real friendly. Okay, boys and girls, you can stop writing now, he said. As I told you earlier, we will be working in our journals quite often this year. In fact, it won't be long until your journal starts to feel like an old friend. I rolled my eyes at the ceiling. Can you roll your eyes at the ceiling? What kind of old friend looks like a dumb notebook? I said. Shh, said May again. You shouldn't talk while the teacher's talking, Junie Jones. I looked at her real annoyed. B, I said. My name is Junie B. I think I have mentioned that to you before, May. I leaned close to her face. B, 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 I said. After that, I slumped in my seat and I put my head down on my desk. I peeked at the other children who were sitting near me. Their names are Herb and Lenny and Jose. I do not know them from a hole in the ground. I did a sigh. First grade is not what it's cracked up to be. My room number is room 1. I was nervous when I came here yesterday. That's how come Daddy had to carry me all the way into the room, 'cause my legs felt like squishy jello. He put me down outside the door. Well, here we are, Junie B, he said. First grade at last. My stomach had flutterflies in it. Also, my arms had goose pimples all over it, and my forehead was dripping with sweaty. I am a wreck, I said. Daddy smiled very nice. There's nothing to worry about, Junie B, I promise, he said. There's a whole room full of brand new friends just waiting to meet you. He ruffled my hair. Are you ready to go in now? He asked. Are you ready to begin your first grade adventure? I looked at him a real long time. Then I quick spun around and I zoomed down the hall as fast as I could. He caught up with me speedy quick and he carried me back to class. Only this time he carried me straight into the room. As soon as he put me down again, I hid behind his legs. 'Cause that place is a zoo, I tell you. There are people everywhere. There were boys and girls and mothers and daddies and grandmas and grandpas, plus also there were drooly babies in strollers. Then, all of a sudden, my whole mouth came open. Because, good news, I finally saw someone I knew. I jumped up and down and all around. Daddy, Daddy, it's Lucille, I hollered. Remember Lucille? Lucille, my bestest friend from kindergarten last year? I'm going to tell you that Miss Wagner might get loud once in a while when I'm reading, but it's partly because in the book, She has it in all capital letters, which tells me I need to say that with emotion and loud. I'll keep going. Lucille was standing at her desk next to the window. I ran to her in a jiffy. Then I hugged that girl, and I couldn't even stop. Lucille, it's me, it's your bestest friend from kindergarten, Junie B. Jones. I tried to pick her up. Ugh, I'm so glad to see you, friend, I shouted real joyfully. Lucille put her arms off of me. Stop it, Junie B, stop it, she said. You're wrinkling my new back-to-school dress. This thing cost a fortune. Lucille smoothed and fluffed herself. I smoothed and fluffed her also. There, I said, good as new. After that, I grabbed Lucille's hand and I started to pull. Come on, Lucille, let's go find 2 desks together, I said. I think we should sit near the door. What do you think, huh? If we sit near the door, we can stare at people who walk down the hall. Lucille yanked her hand away. No, Junie B, I'm going to sit at this desk right here, she said. I already picked it out with 2 new friends, Camille and Chenille. She pointed at the door. See them over there, she said. I met them before you came in. They are saying goodbye to their mother. Aren't they precious? I looked at Camille and Chenille, and guess what? My eyes popped right out of my head. Because wowie, wow, those girls were twins, that's why. I sprang up high in the air. Twins! They're twins, Lucille. This is our lucky day. I pulled on her again. Come on, Lucille, let's go touch them. Here we are with Junie Jones and Lucille. She's trying to pull her over. And you see the twins, Camille and Chenille. And apparently, Junie B has not seen many twins because she wants to go up and see them and touch them like they're some kind of toy. Very silly. Hurry, before there's a line. Lucille did not budge a muscle. Stop it, Junie B. Quit pulling on me, she said. Camille and Chenille don't want to be touched. And besides, I am their new best friend, not you. I looked surprised at that girl. Can you guys do a surprised look? Someone said that to you? Yes, but I can be their bestest friend along with you, right, Lucille? I asked. All I have to do is meet them, right? And then all of us can be bestest friends together. Lucille shook her head. No, Junie B, I'm sorry, but you and I have already been best friends, remember? She said. We were best friends for a whole long year. And so now it's time for Camille and Chenille to get a turn. She did a shrug. It's only fair of me, she said. And besides, their names rhyme with my name, and yours doesn't. She wrinkled her nose very cute. Camille, Chenille, Lucille. See, isn't that darling? After that, Lucille gave me a pat. Don't be sad, okay, she said. You and I can still be friends, Junie B. Jones, just not on a regular basis. After that, she waved her fingers and she said, ta-ta, and she skipped to Camille and Chenille. My goodness, this is how Junie B is starting her first grade year. She has a best friend from last year, and this girl, Lucille, doesn't want to be her friend now. She wants to have new friends. How would you feel if you had a best friend and you came into first grade and you were so excited to see them, and then all of a sudden they didn't want to have anything to do with you because they wanted new best friends? I think probably Junie B might be feeling a little sad. What do you think she's feeling? I want you, if you feel comfortable, you can type in the comments what you're thinking during this chapter, and I will see you during chapter 2. Thank you.